By the benign grace of Lord Sri Hari, our very beloved Sri Madhuri Sati Sameta Premikvarna Thakurji and Sri Padmavati Sameta Sri Jaya Jaya Srinivasa Perumal, and by the immense kripa of our Sadguru Maharaj, His Holiness Maharanyam Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, we saw how Bhagavan, out of his immense compassion, decided to bless this Bhuloka. Though Bhagavan is Vaikuntapati and he has all the comforts in Vaikunta, and as a matter of fact, we should be exerting some kind of effort, we should be struggling to attain that Vaikunta. But we are not bothered about it, so Bhagavan thought, let me come down and pick them up, because they are not going to walk up there anyway. So, to take us up, as our Guru Maharaj would say, so that we can ascend, he descended. He took so many avatars, but finally Bhagavan chose this Archavatara Murti, where Bhagavan is extremely accessible. All we have to do is just go to the temple, that's it. And we can have darshan of Bhagavan. And as we said on the very first day, that is Sakshatkara. See, if we have any doubt about that, then there is no point in having any faith in Bhagavan or following any dharma. Because if we don't believe that Bhagavan here is Bhagavan, and if we don't believe that we are actually seeing Bhagavan here, and our Guru Maharaj will say that is the case, even if Bhagavan comes in some form that you think Bhagavan should be in, we still may not understand, is it not? See, we don't know how Bhagavan looks. We have no clue about it. So if we think that this is not the form and Bhagavan will come in some other form, even if he comes in some other form, we won't even recognize him. If we can't recognize Bhagavan in Archavatara, there is no way we can recognize Bhagavan in any form that he may come. It's not possible. Is it not? So Bhagavan has chosen this most beautiful avatara, where all we have to do is go to the Sannidhi, sit there, have his darshan, that's enough. See, we may not see Bhagavan as Bhagavan in the Archavatara. We might not be pure enough to have that divine darshana in the temple. But the fact is, even if we don't see him, when we go to a temple, Bhagavan sees us. That is undeniable. Is it not? So whenever we go to a temple and you feel that I'm actually not seeing Bhagavan, I don't have that connection yet, but you yearn for it. All you can do is pray to Bhagavan and say, Bhagavan, thank you, at least you are seeing me. I am very sure, intellectually I understand you are here. Spiritually I don't see you yet. I am not there yet. That is my problem. Right? But I know you are there. Because I know you are there, you must be certainly seeing me. So you please bless me so that I can also see you. Not just as this Archavatara, because like we said yesterday, even a thief can see Bhagavan in this form. Like even during Vibhavatara, in Ramavatara and Krishnavatara, there are only a few of them who could see Bhagavan as Bhagavan. Not all could see Bhagavan as Bhagavan, even in Vibhavatara. Is it not? Ravana did not see Bhagavan as Bhagavan. He saw him only as Ramachandra Prabhu, who is, a son of Dasharatha. That's it. And till the end he says he will not accept him as Bhagavan. But of course he is an exception, because even if he knew, he would not accept. His Guru has given him that way, that he has to have this dvesha till the end of his life. So that is a different case. But the fact remains that even in Krishna Avatara, not all recognized Bhagavan. Bhagavan says even people who were born in Yadukula, who were the relatives of Bhagavan, they never understood Bhagavan for what he was. They just thought that he is a very smart person. Like we have relatives who get into IIT, they say, oh, Buddhism. That's how they understood Krishna, nothing more than that. And they will never be born as a relative of a Mahatma or Bhagavan. Even others will recognize. When you are born, you take them for granted, because they are a relative. So in every avatara it is there. So in Archavatara also it is there. Not all of us can recognize, but if we have that faith, at least we know that Bhagavan is certainly there and he is seeing us. So out of his compassion, Bhagavan decided to reside in this Bhuloka, and he asked Naradji for a fitting place. And Naradji, Triloka Sanchari that he was, he found the most deserted place as the most fitting place for Bhagavan. And Bhagavan understood why Naradji wanted that. And Bhagavan agreed to come bless that place, our Tirumala that's there today. The moment Adisesha Bhagavan heard that Bhagavan is going to be born again, he's going to take an avatara. Every time he hears that, he will immediately rush because he has to be a part of that avatara. So he'll be very ready. In Krishna avatara, he did that. He was so eager to be a part of the avatara, he went a bit ahead. And he became the elder brother. So very interesting. If you read Bhagavatam, you find that though Balaramji was born 1 year ahead, right? You see that he walked, he talked, he did everything only after Krishna was born. So, we have no clue because Janubhyam, Saha Padibhyam, like when he is crawling and Krishna is crawling, Balaram is crawling. Why would he be crawling? He should be walking. He is 1 year old by then. But he doesn't because he is regretting. So why did I come so early? Krishna has not yet come. I have to wait for 1 year. So he decided, I am not going to do anything early. I will wait. I will do everything only along with him. So Bhagavan, our Adisesha Bhagavan came a bit early. But this time, his coming early was with a plan. He thought, let me become this Tiruvadi. Let me become this Maravadi for that Tiruvadi of Bhagavan. Let me become this beautiful 7 hills so that I can hold on to Bhagavan. I can give him, like when Bhagavan lies down and sleeps on this Adisesha, this is so soft. He said, let me also give a Paduka. Let me become a Paduka that also has cushion like that. Like in winter we have all the cushion Padukas. He said, let me become like that for Bhagavan. And it was Seshagiri that we see today, the 7 hills. It is Adisesha Bhagavan who has become this 7 hills. It has 7 peaks and we saw the names of the 7 hills yesterday. We saw how Aprakritam Sthanamidam Hinunam Imejanaste Pashupakshinascha Aprakritam Rupam Upetya Vishnum Praveshamatrena Bhajanti Hanta. Aprakritam Sthanamidam. It's an Aprakrita Sthanam. That 7 hills that we see, it is not a Prakrita mountain. Because it did not exist. Suddenly one day Bhagavan decided I will come there and suddenly it came. But it was in such a remote place, so I guess people were not shocked. When they saw, they thought maybe it has always been there. And Bhagavan can do that. Even if he comes in the middle of a city and he props up a new mountain there, he can kind of enchant people to think that it has always been there. Is it not? In Aghasura, when Bhagavan killed Aghasura, if you look at Bhagavatam, we find that for 1 year these kids had no clue because they were somewhere else in Brahmaloka. And Bhagavan was happily playing here, in all their forms. He wanted to become all of them. And the Bhagavadana evlo priyamna Bhagavadana aanganamnu aasapadam. He wants to become them and he enjoyed, being them for 1 year. And finally he thought it's time to bring them back. And when they came back, according to those kids, the Gopas, only 1 day had passed, for a few hours. They had no clue that 1 year has passed. When they came back to Vrindavan the next day, that Aghasura, the big great snake, which was killed just 1 day before, became totally dry and it was like a mountain. How can that happen in 1 day? That's why, these Gopas are called Rivundrum Illada Ayurveda. They did not even think about it. They just thought, this is how nature, this is the nature. Because Bhagavan enchants them like that. And they have no clue about it. So here, this mountain came overnight. But it is a divine mountain. It's a divine hill. Everything about it is aprakritam. Like we saw how Ramanujacharya could not bring himself to walk on that. He could not bring himself to step on that divine hill. He could see Adisesha there. And then Tirumalai Nambi had to come and beg him to walk, otherwise nobody would ever, Bhagavan would have, the purpose Bhagavan came all the way from Kshetrabdi, from Vaikunta. He came here so that we can all go and visit him, have his darshan. But if none of us can climb, how can we go and have darshan? And there's a reason why Bhagavan is, standing right on top of that hill. It seems when Bhagavan started from Kshetrabdi, Deva said, what is this Krishna? We had this. We were sure that whatever happens, we can come to Kshetrabdi and have your darshan. Now you are leaving Kshetrabdi. And Bhuloka is, these devas, they feel it is too lowly for us to come to Bhuloka. Bhagavan is ready to come. But they are like, we don't think we can come to Bhuloka. Krishna, why are you going so far away from Sri Ram? So Bhagavan, Alvar says, Sandhi Seyyan Indran. Bhagavan wanted to come to Bhuloka. He didn't want to disappoint the Devas also. So he said, let me stand on top of 7 hills in such a height that it is easy for you to come from Devaloka, and it will be easy for the Bhuloka Vasis also to walk up to the hill. So Sandhi Seyyan Indran, he made a compromise, it seems, for the people of Bhuloka and the Devaloka. That's why he is standing up there on the 7 hills. And everything about that hill is aprakritam. Everything. When you go to any Divya Desha for that matter, you have to be very careful about what we do there, or how our Guru Maharaj would say, is it not? When you go to Vrindavan Yatra, when you go to Sri Rangam Yatra, when you go to Tirumala Yatra, we should be very careful not to see the Prakrita Bhuvanam. No? Because that is what we can actually see. But we have to remember that this looks very Prakritam, which is very worldly, but it is not worldly. We can't understand how it is otherworldly. We can't understand how it is divine, but it is divine. Because you might see a dog there, and it might keep, coming to you, running along with you, and you might not like it because it may not be a very healthy dog to look at, and you might even feel very disgusted to look at it. But you have to remember that it could be one of the Alvars, because of one of the great Mahatmas who has always desired for a birth in a kshetram like that. Janmani Janmani Rangavasam. We sang today morning, is it not? Deime Dayaya Deva Deva. Janmani Janmani Rangavasam. They are sought like that. Like we saw how Prasad Rava, he says, let me be born as something, let me be a pillar there. Let me be a wolf there in the forest of Tirumala. Let me be something like that. Nariyaya Avema, I will become something like that. That is how they pray. So we have no clue. When you go to a kshetra like that, when you see all the things around there, we have to constantly think that it could be one of the Mahatmas. It could be that auto wala who is scolding you. He might be some Mahatma because he is there. See, that's one good way of keeping peace. Is it not? Whatever happens, everyone is see, even when you come to satsang, Guru Maharaj would say, the best way to progress spiritually very quickly is to always believe that except you, everyone else is a Mahatma in a sense. They might not be. They might be very worldly, more worldly than us and all. But that is not our business. He would say, the moment you think that everybody is a Mahatma, see, we always believe only on Guru Maharaj. So, we behave very differently in his presence now. And whatever he says, even if he scolds us, blessing. Which is true, absolutely true. So, our Guru Maharaj would say, just have that same bhava with everybody else, then there will be no gossip, no conflict, nothing. Because everyone is a Mahatma except me. We should be very clear about that. Because most of the time what happens is you always think, no, only I am the Mahatma. Nobody is a Mahatma except me. That is our bhava in general. It should be just reversed. Everybody is a Mahatma except. And it is actually true. When we come to a satsang, sometimes they could be, see, when a Mahatma blesses this world, they never come alone. So they come with a band. And we have no clue who is there in the band. We always think that, we have our own opinion or ideas about it. We think, this person, Guru Maharaj is talking a lot. It must be something. It must be some Ishvara Koti. It must be something, some Koti. You don't ever know. Because the compassion of our Guru Maharaj is such that you cannot judge people to be divine or not divine by how he talks with them or, how much importance he gives to somebody. It is very, very like us. We always think that if someone is given importance, they must be very great. No, not necessarily. Maybe they have a prarabdha in such a way that they need that kind of grace. That they need that physical presence, they need that he has to talk with them. Only then they can be saved from their prarabdha. It could be like that. There could be someone who is really a Mahatma great and our Guru Maharaj might not even look at him. They might not even come into his fold all through his life. Our Guru Maharaj always said that whenever a Mahatma comes, a set of people will come with him, but a few of them will be placed in the world in such a way that they might never know that this Mahatma is there in this place. They will never come to his physical presence. They will be living somewhere in some corner of the world. They will be leading a very normal life and Finally, when this Mahatma leaves, they will also leave. And a connection is till the end. That is also possible. But their presence in the world at some part is very important and necessary for this Mahatma's Leelas here. We cannot understand at all. That's how it is. So anybody can, if you go to Tirumala, everything about the Tirumala is absolutely divine. This great Vaishnava Acharya Ananthazhwar was a wonderful disciple of Sri Ramanujacharya. He was living in Tirumala because he wanted to serve his Guru there. He fulfilled the desire of his Guru to do Pushpa kainkarya for our Perumal there. And while he was there, once they decided that all the devotees there take a trip, yatra towards Ananthapadmanabha Swami. So they thought that on the way we can see all the Divya Deshas and we can go. So they got down from Tirumala and they were walking. Obviously when we go for a yatra, we pack food, is it not? So they had also packed pathayam. They had something for their journey and they were walking along, and on the way, when they had crossed, they had come down the hill and they were walking halfway. And they thought, let us take a break and have some food here, prasadam here, and let's continue the journey. And when they opened the food packet, they saw a lot of ants. See, they had two options. One is throw away the food because it's full of ants. Or you wait and you let the ants move away and eat whatever is there. Right? But Anantharvan, when he saw those ants in the prasadam, he took a third option. He said, he looked at those ants and he said, he thought, that these ants, they have come from Tirumala. They had this Tirumala Vasu. They were living in Tirumala. How unfortunate that we have brought them down like this. Right? So what he did, he repacked the whole food with the ants and they took the journey back to Tirumala. He climbed up the hill, he left the food packets there because he said, this is where these ants belong. Let me not deprive them of that. And he left it there back and then they came back to the journey, it seems. That is how everything about Tirumala is so divine, but we should constantly remember them. We have to have that, I'm saying bhava only because we really don't see it. We need the bhava, that's why we come to satsang, we keep listening to these kathas. So next time when we go, we'll remember it. We'll remember that yes, I can't see anything divine, but it is divine. I have a problem with my eyesight, so it has to be cleansed, but it is divine. So with that bhava and everything about Tirumala is so divine and pure, and Bhagavan, he came after our Adisesha Bhagavan came as 7 years. Bhagavan also took this Tirumala Yatra. We had this beautiful Anukaranam yesterday, where Bhagavan walked with Sri Devi, Bhudevi, and all the Parshadas, Garuda Bhagavan, our Surya Bhagavan, all of them, they all walked along with Bhagavan. They all came to Tirumala, and when we say he came to Tirumala, you have to remember Bhagavan has not revealed his Archavatara Murti yet to anybody. He is waiting for the devotee. But the Sannidhya is already there. And whenever Bhagavan comes like that, wherever Bhagavan is, there is one person who will always be with him. Our Kaya. He will never ever move away from him. That's why Alvar sings, agalagillEn alarmel mangai urai marga. agalagillEn. She will not move even for a second, it seems. See, the uniqueness of our Tirumala Tirupati is that you don't have a separate Sannidhi for Tayar in Tirumala. Usually in all the divinations we have Tayar Sannidhi. And it is in Sampradaya that you have to visit the Tayar Sannidhi before you go to Perumal Sannidhi. That is the order. If you read Tirupavai and if you understand it, we will see how they did the mistake of skipping a few steps in this process of reaching Bhagavan, and then they retrace it and go back, because you have to go through only Pirati. It's called Purushakara. You can't skip her and go to Bhagavan. It won't work. So that is how all the Vaishnava Sannidhis will be like that. You have Tayar Sannidhi and then you will have Perumal Sannidhi. You will have to go to Tayar Sannidhi first and then only have to go to Perumal Sannidhi. That's how it is. But if you go to Tirumala, there is only one Sannidhi. Why? Because our Pirati is sitting right on top of him. Bhagavan, where is he? He is on top of several hills. And Lakshmi Devi thought, I want a better view. She climbed on top of him. Bhagavan himself is in Yedmadi Kattadam. Right? He's like, she is sitting on top of Bhagavan. She wants to have the view of us, the devotees. She wants to see us before Bhagavan does. And take care of all our infirmities and correct it, and not correct it, she doesn't even bother to correct us. She does a very simple thing. She hides it from Bhagavan. Like a good mother. Right? A mother's love is such that she cannot see a problem with her child. Even if the child is the most rogue in this entire world, she cannot see it at all. If he has some problem, all she'll be worried about is, how do I hide this from his father? That is her concern. And Lakshmi Pirati is like that. So she doesn't leave him at all. In Tirumala, when our Lakshmi Pirati was sitting on top of Bhagavan like that, Bhagavan said, why are you sitting like this? Because when you're sitting on my Pakshasthala, whenever someone comes, the only thing they see is you. They don't see me. Because our Perumal is Karku. And she is like, a golden streak. So the moment, see, Advars, first 3 Advars, they were praying for Bhagavan's darshan. And Bhagavan was so pleased with them that he came. But the moment he entered their presence, you know what they sang? Tirukanden. Bhagavan was like, I came all the way here to give you darshan and you are saying Tirukanden. Because that is how she is. So Bhagavan said, please, give some space. No? He said, no. He said, why? I'll build you a separate palace. I'll give you a Kani Kovi. He said, no. I am not in Kani Kovi, Kani Sannidhi, no. No Kani Sannidhi for me. I will not have a sanctum sanctorum of my own. Bhagavan asked, why? He said, see, there was one time that you left me alone and you went in search of some deer. She only asked her. You went in search of some deer. And this Ravana came and he took me away. So I am very afraid, very frightened to stay alone. I will not be alone. So okay. Madhavana, stand beside me, Stand, I'll be with you always, stand beside me. She says, if I am away in a separate Sannidhi, I can't believe others, I can't trust others. If I am with you, with you nearby, I can't trust you. Because I'll be there with full confidence that Bhagavan is here, Bhagavan is here. And once again, some elephant will call you from somewhere, you run away. So, if you want to run, you have to carry me and run. That's the only way for running away from me. You can't run away at all. So she says, I will not move away from you. AgalagillEn iRaiyum endru alarmen mangai murai marpa. Right? That is how our Anapayini Lakshmi, Bhagavan says, Anapayini. She never leaves Bhagavan even for 1 second, it seems. Nigaril Puganai Ulagam Runayai Yennai Alvane Nigaril Amara Muniganangal. He says Nigaril Amara Muniganangal. These Amara are Nigaril. They are not these normal devas that Arva is talking about here. These are Vaikunta devas, Nitya Suris. That's why he says Nigaril Amara Muniganangal. Right? And he says Tiruvenkatam. How is this Tiruvenkatam? These are Amarar, they are from Vaikuntam itself. They have come here because the Tiruvenkatam is Vaikuntam itself. That's how they are all here. And he says that Pugal Ondri Ille. I have no other gati. Nin adikil amandu pugundene. It's a very beautiful word. He does not say in adikil pugundene. If you say adikil pugundene, that itself will give us this meaning of I am surrendering unto you. Is it not? He says, adikil not pugundene, adikil amardu. Because the moment you say, I am surrendering unto you, what if Bhagavan gives moksha? What if he gives Vaikunta instantly? Arva says, I don't want instant Vaikunta. Because, see, generally, the obstacle to attain mukti, why don't we attain mukti? One thing is prarabdha. We have Papa Punya, we have done so many karma, we have this baggage of karma, we have so many papas, so many punyas and all that, and they don't cancel each other. 50 papas, 50 punyas, 0, Allah, it doesn't happen like that. If you have 50 papas, if you have done 50 sins, you will get the punishment for that. If you have done 50 meritorious deeds, you get the fruit for that. So if you have to attain Vaikuntha, the only way is to make the balance zero both sides. They don't cancel each other. An independent account, you have to make both of them zero. If you have punya also, Bhagavan will not give you Vaikuntha. You should not have any punya balan also. That also should be zero. Then you get Vaikuntha. So what is stopping us from attaining Vaikuntha is our own karma. One. Second is we don't have the kind of arti, that eagerness, that desire. If we truly desire, just 1 second, if you seriously, very seriously, if you desire to attain Vaikuntha, Bhagavan will give you like this. But the problem is we can't have that kind of, arti. That kind of desire doesn't come that easily. See, but these two reasons cannot be the reason for Alvar not attaining Vaikuntha. Right? Doesn't make sense because they have no prarabdha and all. They have come down for our sake. And second of all, their eagerness to attain Bhagavan is incomparable. That's how it is. But here, Alvar says, I don't want mukti now. Like our Desikar, Vedanta Desikar beautifully says, Vaikuntha vasepi name abhilashaha satyam shape varna shailanatha. He looks at a Varadaja Perumal and he says, Satyam shape. Satyama solai. He says, Satyam shape. I don't want Vaikuntha. Why? Because I want only kainkaryam in your temple. That is what I want. If I have that kainkaryam in your temple, samsara esha bhagavanna apavarga eva. The samsara will become Vaikuntha. That's it. Vaikuntha is not some other place where I have to go. If I can serve you here, if I get the blessing, get the fortune of serving you here in this temple, that is enough. That is Vaikuntha for me. I don't have to go anywhere. This is apavarga for me. So he says, not adi pugantene amarthu. Let me stay here in Tirumala, in your temple, and do kainkaryam to you. And then finally dehavasane. Then this body has to leave at some point now. At that time I will come to Vaikuntha. Not till then. I want to serve only here. That is why our Guru Maharaj also, he sings, Tiruvadi nidal vasam vedum, Tiruvadi nidal vasam vedum, Tiruvadi kodarum vedum, Tiruvadi kodarum vedum, Tiruvadi nidal vasam vedum, Tiruvadi nidal vasam vedum, Tiruvadi kodarum vedum, Tiruvadi kodarum vedum, Maravadi nayani vakulla vedum, Maravadi nayani vakulla vedum, Maravadi nayani vakulla vedum, Maravadi nayani vakulla vedum, Muralidhara vaayammu ulagamalando, Muralidhara vaayammu ulagamalando, உனக்கு நான் உண்டு, எனக்கு நீ உண்டு, இடையிலே ஊரென்ன உலகென்ன வேண்டியது, இடையிலே ஊரென்ன உலகென்ன வேண்டியது, திருவடி நிழலில் வாசம் வேண்டும். That is the prayer. Let me always be in your sannidhi and let me always be blessed with some kainkarya. When it comes to kainkaryam, there is nothing called small kainkaryam, big kainkaryam. Everything is kainkaryam. That's it. And we don't even have to be in the sannidhi to do the kainkaryam. That bhava that we are doing it for Bhagavan is what really matters. And there are so many opportunities, to serve Bhagavan. Bhagavan has given us such a dharma where we can serve him in so many ways. Everything is a kainkarya. And in any way that we are involved in kainkarya, we are blessed. And that is enough. That is what all of them pray for. So that is why he says, Alvar says, Adiki amarundu pugundeni. So praying for that. And the 7 hills that our Lord Bhagavan has become. It is Narayanadri, Garudadri, Simhadri, Venkatadri, Sheshadri, Vrishabhadri and Anjanadri. And each of these hills, they have their own story, they have their own Mahatmya, and every hill has such greatness that we in the Puranas that we see, we get to see only a few of them. We get to see only a few stories, which show the greatness. But we can see, if you look at all the charitra of the devotees who came later, the Mahatmas who came later, there are so many more stories to tell. That's the beauty of it. And the hill is called Sheshadri, obviously because Adisesha Bhagavan himself has become the 7 hills. So it is called Sheshadri. So one Shikhara is called Sheshadri because of that. It is also called Sheshachalam, Sheshagiri, various names, but it is all the same. Achalam, Giri, and they all mean the same. Adri, they all mean mountain or hill. So that is what the name comes from. And then we have Garudadri. Garudadri is where Garuda Bhagavan rested for a few minutes. When he brought the Amrita. We'll see the story in detail if we have time today or tomorrow. And then we have Simhadri. Simhadri is the place where Bhagavan Narasimha, after blessing Prahlada, by taking care of Hiranyakashipu. When he killed Hiranyakashipu and after listening to the stuti of Prahlada, when Bhagavan became Suprasanna. He was not the Ugra Narasimha, but he has become the Suprasanna Narasimha, Prasanna Narasimha, and he came to this 7 hills and he rested there for some time, it seems, and he was giving darshan there. So that place is called Simhadri. So each of them have this unique name. Similarly, we have Narayanadri, and it is said that currently Bhagavan's temple is in Narayanadri. It can also be called as Varahadri. And all these hills are there and Bhagavan's Sanidhya is there. So the moment Bhagavan's Sanidhya came there, all the rishis, they came to this hills, to this Tirumala for practicing penance. Usually, whenever we do any kind of spiritual practice, obviously we say, is it not the time at which we do, the place at which we do, and the vyakti, everything would make a difference in the phala. For example, if we chant Bhagavan Nama, say we are chanting Hare Rama in our house. See, the beauty of Bhagavan Nama is you can chant it anywhere, anytime, even while you are having your bath. Everything has Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. Like our Mahaprabhu says, Nija Sarva Shakti. Bhagavan Nama is not different from Bhagavan in any way. Absolutely. Whatever Bhagavan can grant, Bhagavan Nama can grant. The only difference it can grant quickly. It does it in a faster way than Bhagavan himself. Proof, Draupadi's. The case of Draupadi. When she was dragged to the court by in the Asat Sabha, Bhagavan calls it Asat Sabha. She was dragged there and for a long time she hoped that she could save herself. And that did not happen. See, like we said, Sharanagati will not work if you hold on to any sadhana. Why? Not because Bhagavan, he says, it's not as if, that is not the problem. Because Bhagavan feels, if you want to do it yourself, I want to give you a chance. I don't want to interfere, push myself and say, an hour. I don't want to do that. He says, if you want to save yourself, do. Try. I'll wait till you give up and say, Krishna, I have no other gati. Then I will come. Let me be the last resort. He's okay. People generally want to project themselves. No, Bhagavan is not like that. He'll be in the very end. He'll say, when if you want, you call me. But I am absolutely ready. Always. It will take only a second for you. The moment you call for me, I'll come. Right? I'll be ready. It's not that I'll be ignoring you. I'll be watching you. I'll be seeing you. I'll be taking care of you. Only I won't interfere until you ask me for it. That's how Bhagavan is. And so Draupadi Devi, she thought that she could save herself. She believed in her physical power, but finally when she could not do anything, it was only when she left both her hands out and she threw her hands up and she called Govinda. Drupadi ki laaj udariya, jab Krishna Krishna pukariya, Brahmanand cheer padariya, tumhe yaad ho, en yaad ho, jo naam ka pratap hai, tumhe yaad ho, en yaad ho. Drupadi ki laaj udariya, jab Krishna Krishna pukariya. When she called on Bhagavan Nama, and when she did that, even before Bhagavan could come, Bhagavan Nama came and protected him. So that's the only difference, between Bhagavan Nama and Bhagavan. It works faster. That's it. So Bhagavan Nama is very powerful. Wherever we chant it, there is no doubt. But having said that, if we chant at our home, right, whenever we can, it has some phala, no doubt. But when you come to the Sannidhi of Aishwarya Srinivasa Perumal and you chant here, you get the phala, the phala multiplies 1,000 times. It happens because of the Sanidhya Vishesha here. You go to Vrindavanam and you chant in a kshetra, right? You get, the phala is increased. That's how it is. So whenever we practice anything spiritual, it's always very effective if we do it in a place where there is Sanidhya already. Otherwise, we have to chant Nama, so we have to chant so much Nama that we create the Sanidhya there. So that is possible. But you have to start working from the scratch. See, you can do the same in your home Sannidhi. You have a puja room, everyone has a puja room. Obviously, we certainly have a puja room. At least we have a kuti almari that has, a few photos of Bhagavan there. So Bhagavan is already there. But if we have to bring out the Sanidhya in that Bhagavan, if you want that Bhagavan to talk to you, and play with you, then you have to build the Sanidhya. You keep chanting Bhagavan Nama there, that Sanidhya will build there. But you have to do it from scratch. But when you come to a place where there is already some Sanidhya, you will find that you progress spiritually very quickly. That's why when Narayanadri, when he saw Kuti Dhruva, right, when he came, when he instructed him, he says, go to Madhuvana. Why? Sanidhyam Nityada Harehe. He says, go to Madhuvana because there is Nitya Sanidhya of Bhagavan there. So if you go there, your tapas will work like this in instant. That's why the child, he saw Bhagavan in 5 months. We have been alive for so many years now. And of these, at least I am very sure, we know about Dhruva for the past 10-15 years at least. Is it not? That he attained in 5 months. See, there are Mahatmas like Bhagavan Yogiram Surat, who lived in Tiruvannamalai. His guru was Papa Ramdas. And Papa Ramdas ji initiated Yogiram Surat Kumar in Ramanama. And believe it or not, our Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar chanted that Ramanama for 7 days and 7 nights continuously, and he had Bhagavad Darshana. He attained Jnana in 7 days because he chanted Ahoratra. And he would very beautifully say that my guru, when he initiated me, he asked me to chant it always. He said chant it 24 hours. This beggar, he always calls himself only as a beggar, is it not? He says this beggar was not sure if he can actually chant, but he tried. He tried. And that is enough for Bhagavan. We may not be able to chant like that, but if we keep trying, all we have to do is, our Guru Maharaj should put it very beautifully. Don't strain yourself about thinking I have to chant 7 days or 24 hours or whatever. Very simple logic is, chant now. You chant one Nama. You say Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chant one more Nama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chant one more. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. How simple. Just keep going like that. Chant one Nama at a time. Just one at a time. And when you finish that Nama, chant the next Nama. You don't have to count. You don't have to, Bhagavan is keeping all the. You don't, he counts everything, he counts this also. You don't have to do that. So, he says, when you have that Sanidhya there, Bandavara, Yogiram Surat what they did was only chant for 7 days, they had that darshan. So, it is only the arti. We can attain like that. So, Dhruva, he attained Bhagavan in 5 months. He had a darshan of Bhagavan in such a short period. He was only 5 years old. He did that. Why? Because he did the tapas in Madhuvana, which has the Sanidhya of Bhagavan already. Similarly, now in Tirumala, we have the Sanidhya of Srinivasa Perumal already. Bhagavan has not revealed himself yet. The people out there don't know, they just know there is a hill here. But the Rishis and Mahatmas, they can feel the Sanidhya of Bhagavan there, so they come there. And there are so many caves there, is it not? They sit in those caves and they are practicing tapas, they are reading Bhagavatam, they are reading Ramayana, They are doing all the spiritual activities in that, in those places. That's what he says. Vijnaya sanidhyamato murarehe tatrayuhu girivara munindra mogivara munindraha tapodhanaha tatta tapascha chakruhu didrikshaya Venkatanayakasya. They are all deciding there and they are practicing. See, Bhagavan's Pratishtha has not happened yet. See, Tirupati Perumal is Swayambhu Murti. He is going to reveal himself. Sriranga Murti is also Swayambhu. See, in Pratishtha we have different kinds of Pratishtha. We have Deva Pratishtha, we have Manusha Pratishtha, we have Rishi Pratishtha. Like we said yesterday, depending on who had the darshan there or for whom Bhagavan, pleased with whom Bhagavan came and is residing there. Depending on that, we call the Pratishtha as Deva Pratishtha or Manusha Pratishtha or Swayambhu. Shalagrama Kshetra, Banama Mani Kshetra, Sriranga Kshetra. Srirangam is actually Swayambhu Murti only. But Brahmaji did the Pratishtha here in Sri, through Brahmaji, he came to Raghunatha Prabhu came to Ikshvaku, Kula, through that, to Ramachandra Prabhu, and from Ramachandra Prabhu to Vibhishana, and he did the Stapana here, so it is Deva Pratishtha. Technically, in Srirangam now it is Deva Pratishtha, but the Bhagavan is Swayambhu Murti. There. Panduranga is Swayambhu. No, he came out of go. Swayambhu is very simple. That Murti was not sculpted by a sculptor. That is the difference. Bhagavan himself reveals. Bhagavan reveals himself in the form itself, in the Acha Murti itself. So our Srinivasa Perumal is also like that. And he is going to reveal himself as Swayambhu Murti, but right now only Sanidhya is there. So just like all the rishis came to Chitrakutam, all the rishis came here also. And just like in Chitrakutam, whenever you come, whenever Bhagavan Sanidhya is there, that place becomes very special. So this hill, now because of Sanidhya, people can see the greatness of it. Sri Vedanta Desikar has done a beautiful pasuram talking about this greatness of this hill. Because of Bhagavan's presence there, he says, kaNNan aDiyiNai emakku kATTum veRpu kADiyiNai kadiyum veRpu innamidu veedana tigalum veRpu தெளிந்த பெரும் தீர்த்தங்கள் செறிந்த வெற்பு புண்ணியத்தின் புகழ் இதென்ன புகழும் வெற்பு பொன் உலகில் போகமெல்லாம் உணர்க்கும் வெற்பு விண்ணவரும் மன்னவரும் விரும்பும் வெற்பு வேங்கடவர் பென விளங்கும் வேத வெற்பே. வெற்பு means a hill. He says, kaNNan aDiyiNai emakku kATTum veRpu. If we go to Tirumala, because Bhagavan has walked, he did a yatra, is it not? He walked to Tirumala. Even today, if you go to Vrindavan, Mahatmas can see Bhagavan's still charana there. Is it not? They can actually see Bhagavan's lotus feet there. They have the darshan of it. Because Vrindavanam Satiduvo, with an all the kirtim, yet Devaki Sutta Padambuja Labdha Lakshmi. Bhagavan has kept, he has literally stamped this entire Vrindavan with his lotus feet. You can see it everywhere. Similarly, kaNNan aDiyiNai emakku kATTum veRpu. If we go to Tirumala today, if we have the eye of a devotee, we can see the lotus feet of Bhagavan or Srinivasa Perumal who has walked up this hill, it seems. The other meaning is kaNNan kadalinai emakku kATTum veRpu. Just like, we say Bhagavan or Tiruvadi Kaatru. Bhagavan, it shows that it is the feet of Bhagavan that we have to seek refuge in. kaNNan Tiruvadiye kATTum veRpu. The other one is that it will make us attain the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Just all we have to do is go to Tirumala. Sometimes, there will be so much of rush, we can't even have a darshan of Bhagavan. These days, they have really organized it very well. But there's a period when you go, you have to wait for days together, is it not? Even if you have to come back without darshan of Bhagavan, you have not lost anything because just being there in Tirumala is enough. kaNNan kadalinai kATTum veRpu. That itself will make you attain Bhagavan's lotus feet. That is the greatness of this Tirumala. He says veRpu. Kadiya iruvinayum kadiyum veRpu. Just now we said, if you have to attain Vaikuntha, you have to attain Moksha, you should be devoid of both Papam and Punya. So he says, kadiya iruvinayum. Both kinds of vinay, Papam and Punya. Kadiyum veRpu. You go to the Tirumala, everything, all your past karmas will become zero. That's it. They'll all be completely annihilated. He says that Tinnam idu veedana tigalum veRpu. This Tirumala is Tinnam Veedu. He says this is Vaikuntham. There is no other Vaikuntham anywhere. Our own Ananthazhwar, today we are doing a lot of his Smarana. Our Ananthazhwar, when he was there in Tirumala, one day he was doing some Pushpa kainkaryam and some snake, like this lot of forest area. So a snake came around there and it bit him. And all the devotees there, they got so worried, they were all crying because Tirumala enga and if something happens there, how can they go for any medical attention? So they were all very worried and Ananthazhwar was very happy. He was completely cool about it. He was said, are you not worried that this snake has bit you? Ananthazhwar said, see, if the snake that bit me is very powerful, right? And if I have to bit this body, no problem. I will have my sacred bath in Vrishabhadri and do kainkarya for Vaikuntha Perumal. If the snake that was bit is more powerful, he is saying that because he calls himself a snake. He is Ananthazhwar, no. So he says, if the snake that was bit is more powerful, I will have a snanam in our Koneri, in our Swarnamukhi, and a small Pushkarani, and I will do kainkaryam here. For me it makes no difference. Now, does Vaikuntha Perumal want me there, or Tirupati Perumal want me there? That is their choice. It is not my problem. They are deciding, and Tirupati Perumal, why would he even leave a devotee like Ananthazhwar? Is it not? And Ananthazhwar knows that. If you want me to serve you, it is on you, to protect me and save me. Because Tinnam Veedu iDiyiNai Tigalum veRpu. This is Vaikuntham. They have no doubt about it, not a bit of doubt about that. Is it not? So he says Tinnam iDiyiNai Tigalum veRpu. That's how Guru Maharaj also he sings Sheshagirim Maham Pranamami. There are so many streams. Of course, the primary among them is our Swami Pushkarani, which is there, the Punya Tirtha there. And he says, Punyatin Pugal Idai Pugal Idu Yenna Tigal Pugalum veRpu. Whatever Punyas we have done, if it bears a fruit, we will have a darshan of this Tirumala. That is the fruit of all our Punyas. He says, Ponnulagin Rogamellam Punarkum veRpu. It grants us all the Purusharthas. Vindavarum, Mandavarum, Dirupum veRpu, like he said, he is standing between the Vindavar and Mandavar, so that Mandavar means the people of Bhulokam, Vindavar is Devalokam, and Bhagavan is standing between us, so he is approachable, everyone can easily approach him. So Bhagavan is standing there, and he says, Venkata Verpenna Vilagum Veda veRpe. This is a mountain that is spoken of in Vedas themselves, that is the greatness of this mountain, Tirumala. Vedanta Desikar beautifully brings us this. And one of the peaks of this 7 hills is Vrishabhadri. many rishis and sadhus were practicing lot of penance and austerities in this Tirumala at that time. And as usual, whenever we have sadhus practicing austerities, we have some dushtas, asuras coming there. Bhagavan keeps a balance like that. He keeps everyone's interesting. So it will always be there. And there was this asura called Vrishabhasura. Chakara himsam Vrishabhasurastu tesha munina bhagavat parana vishnum sharanyam sharanam yayuste virodhanashaya Vrishasurasya. And just like in Chitrakutam, just like in Dandakaranyam, where all the rishis, when Bhagavan enters Dandakaranyam, all the rishis, they come along, they immediately get up from their tapas and they walk along with Bhagavan and slowly they grow the subject of seeking protection. And they say, Rama will show you something. Yehi pasya sharirani. They take Rama to a place and they show a big white hill. And Bhagavan, from a distance he thinks it's a snow-peaked hill. He wonders how can there be any snow here? It is India. And much in the southern part of it. So he asked, what is this? What kind of hill is this? And the rishis said, this hill is made of the bones of rishis and sadhus. That's why it is white. Why? Because so many of them had been practicing their austerities here, penance here, and there are so many rakshasas in Janasthana and in other places where they come and they will just eat these rishis and throw away the bones. See, they are tapasvis now. Can't they protect themselves? Very common question people ask. If Bhagavan has that sanidhya, how come a thief comes and takes away everything? If he is Bhagavan, can't he protect himself? If he is all powerful? Of course he can, he chooses not to. That's it. Like we said, why would he reveal that he is Bhagavan to a thief? He has better business than that, is it not? He says, you take whatever. Yeah, the real treasure is there. He is not bothered about that treasure. He is thinking the other things, the ornaments are the treasure. Bhagavan says, that's what you think, take, no? Because he likes to distract them like that. So, they are not bothered. Here, these rishis, they don't protect themselves because they are called tapolobis. All they have to do is do a hukara. They say chi, that's it, that asura will just be burned to ashes. But they won't do that. Because if that one chi will take away 1,000 years of tapas. So why do they raise it like that? So they say, see that they're very intelligent. They know this body is only a shirt. It's only a vastra. So if this Rakshasa is very hungry, let him eat this body. I will get another body anyway. Because until you attain moksha, Guruji Guru Maharaj very beautifully saying, when you don't be very frightened to give up your body. The time of death, don't worry. You can be very assured that you get another body, you will come back again, so don't worry much about it. So these rishis knew, if you have not attained Bhagavan yet, so we'll come back anyway. So let me take better. I'll get a new vastra. I get a new vastra, I'll be more energized, I can do tapas better. So let me start from there. But the beauty is you can lose the vastra, but the karma that you accumulated, the tapas accumulated will not go away with that body now. So they have that pressure. They don't want to give that up for this silly body. They say, they do that. So that is how they all begged Bhagavan Ramachandra Prabhu, and Bhagavan protected them. Similarly, here all these rishis, they go to Srinivasa Perumal. Perumal temple is not there, but they pray to Bhagavan because they know that his Sanidhya is there. And Bhagavan also he takes up a very beautiful form. He becomes when Bhagavan came to Tirumala, and before the temple was established by Tondaiman Chakravarti, Bhagavan used to play in Tirumala, it seems. Even today he does that. He'll come as a king or he'll come as a hunter. And he'll be riding on his horse, obviously Garuda Bhagavan. Garuda Bhagavan will become the horse, Turagam, and he'll be hunting there because it's all forest area. So Bhagavan Sancharam will be there constantly. So when these rishis, when they prayed to Bhagavan to protect them from Vrishabhasura, Bhagavan came as a hunter and Bhagavan killed. See, we don't have, this is not Ramayana. 9 days not required. Bhagavan, but just like Ramachandra Prabhu, he took one arrow he shot the arrow and Vrishabhasura was gone. And the moment, when he was dying, it's very beautiful. He says, when he was dying, he got jnanam, it seems. He's only an asura and he was no bhakta. At least Vritrasura was, though an asura, he was a bhakta originally. And only out of a curse that he became an asura, is it not? So there is some logic in him becoming a jnani at that point and doing a stuti very beautifully to Bhagavan. Ajata Pakshaya Matram Kagana. But here, this Vrishabhasura was only an asura and he was actually hurting all the sadhus. But at the moment of death, he had jnana, it seems. When he was dying, he looks at Bhagavan, he sees him as Bhagavan. He has a jnana, he sees Bhagavan as Bhagavan, not just as a hunter, and he does a beautiful stuti. He says, Jagatpate Tvam Kripayavatirno Virajase Shesha Girau Mukunda Anugrahartam cha Sakamunina Tatha Kalanam Api Nigrahartam. He says, your very avatara is for sadhu rakshana and dushta shikshana. I am so glad I am a dushta. Because you came here for my sake. And see, those rishis, they prayed. They have not seen you yet. Is it not? But I am having your darshan. What a great fortune this is. He's talking like Vali. He says, Tavaiva hastena vadho mamaivam praptaha tadetan mama bhagyameva. How fortunate am I that I should be killed by you. When Bhagavan shot that single arrow on Vali, Bhagavan never misses, is it not? The moment he shot, first time he did not shoot the arrow at all. When Sugriva and Vali were fighting, Bhagavan, he said, Sugriva, you go and fight, I will take care of everything. And Sugriva very confidently he went and he was fighting, he called Vali. Vali came and Sugriva, Vali was wondering, he's been running away from me for so long. Now he is coming here, let me see what strength he has. And he goes on and they start fighting and Bhagavan is too confused. He is not sure who's Sugriva, who's Vali. See, it's a fact now, you go to Tirupati, you go to Vrindavan, you see a lot of monkeys. Can you differentiate one monkey from the other? I am sure the monkeys can. He can't. Is it not? So Bhagavan, he said, he could not differentiate them. And Sugriva, he was so confident. He didn't expect to be fighting for so long. And he has never ever won a fight with Vali. And finally, when Vali was about to almost kill him, somehow Sugriva escaped and he came running. It is, it is like, I know it is too light to say that, but I'm just telling, it is a kabaddi. There is a point which Vali cannot reach. Vishamukha Parvata, there is a limit. If Sugriva crosses that, he is safe. So Sugriva stopped fighting. He was waiting for an opportunity to run. And finally, Vali had this habit of always beating up Sugriva and never killing him. Not because he was very affectionate, because he constantly wanted him for that purpose. See, if he kills him off that game, the toy will be lost. No? So he used to always leave him like that. When Sugriva came back, he said to Ramchandra Prabhu, how long had you been planning for this? To get me beat up like this. And Bhagavan said, I'm sorry, I didn't really recognize both of you. The fact is, Sugriva, it is said, he kind of did not recognize the greatness of Lakshmana. And if you do Bhagavad Apachara, Adi Vamana. Bhagavan said, Koncha Vangitava. That's what happened. Finally, Sugriva went back again, and Bhagavan this time, he knew who Vali was. And instantly, Bhagavan just took one arrow, he shot at him, and Vali fell down. The moment Bhagavan hit Vali, he did not wait there at all. He turned around, he walked towards Vishamukha Parvata. He was walking. But here Vali, when he was hit, suddenly he is fighting with somebody. And out of the blue, an arrow is coming. He had no clue what happened. So, he fell down, he saw that arrow, and he saw something was written on it. So, he pulled it out to see, it was Rama Nama. So, he said, Rama? All he did was he read what was there in the arrow. The moment he said Rama, Mummaisa Ulagukella Mula Mandiratei Tammaye Tamakku Nalgum Tani Perum Paratei. The moment he said Rama, Bhagavan was walking towards Vishamukha Parvata, did an about turn. Why? Because he called out my name when he was dying. Antima Smarana. Bhagavan knew very well that if he comes there, he will be getting a lot of scolding. In spite of that, Bhagavan came. When he came, of course, initially Vali, he kept scolding Bhagavan, and then Bhagavan reasoned it out. He said, why he did what he did, and Vali agreed. He accepted everything, and finally, when Sugriva came, he saw Sugriva was the one who planned this whole thing. No? He only called Ramsar Prabhu. He tested Bhagavan, like he tests missiles. He tested everything to see if it will work against Sugriva. He planned everything. He made Bhagavan kill Vali. And then the Sugriva was crying and he is saying, Bhagavan, Nana Sone Nipatu Govutiya. Bhagavan was like, what? He's saying, see, it was my mistake. But now when I see Vali dying, I feel very bad. And when Bhagavan saw Tara crying, such a great Pativrata that she was, when Bhagavan saw her crying, Bhagavan felt very bad and Bhagavan said, you know what, Vali, I'll give you your life back. Because I can't see this. You cannot be a nice family. It looks like Sugriva is very happy with you now. And Tara is, crying like this. And you have realized, who I am and who you are and all. So I think you should get back your life. Vali said, what do you take me for? A fool? I am not. Why? Janam janam muni jatanu karahi antaram kah avat nahi jasu naam bal sankar kasi det sabahi samagati avinashi mama lochan gochar soyava bahuri ki prabhu as bani banawa. He says, janam janam muni jatan karahi. For so many births, so many rishis have been struggling to attain this. What? To chant your nama at their last time. And they are breathing their last. They have not been able to do that. I have got that blessing now. Whether I asked it or not, I have got it. See, if you give me my life back, certainly I am not going to live forever. I will die at some point. Can you assure me I will think of you at the last moment? Even Bhagavan can't assure me that. He says, I won't take the chance at all. This is the rarest of rare blessing. I am chanting your nama. I have chanted your nama at the last moment of my life. So I am taking this opportunity. I don't want my life back. Here, Vrishabhasura, he says that. He says, such a bhagyam that I have been killed by you. Krishna, what else do I need? Maturyata shikshanam arbhakanam kshemaya vaideva tatasuranam tvaya kritam shikshanam apyamogham bhadram dadatyeva daya samudra. He says, you are such a great daya samudra. That because like a mother who would scold a child who has taken the wrong path and correct him. See, all of us, dushputrova, suputrova, na bhedastava madhavi, rudantammam lalayanti prema bhiksham prayachami. When we call out to Radha Mata, we tell her, see, you are a mother, and the mother sees no difference. Dushputrova, suputrova. Whether the child is the most roguish one or is the most saintly one, you see no difference. Your love is the same for all your children. So please accept me also like that. Similarly, here he says, just like a mother would accept all. See, asuras or devas, we all belong only to you. Tavakaha. He says, we all belong to you only anyway, Krishna. Some people get the title of Bhagavatas, we don't get the title of Bhagavata. That's all. That's the difference. But we also belong only to you. So you have to save us. That's why he says, Panbale Uttrakale Paramal Panbale Uttrakale Paramal Panbale Uttrakale Paramal Panbale Uttrakale on Bhagavan, and he says, finally he falls at Bhagavan's feet and he attains Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is so happy with him. He says, Dehavasane mama sannidhane jnanam tavabhut kripaya mamaiva mahatmyam etat khalu daityavarya kridachalasya mama gahartuhu. Bhagavan himself is very surprised. He says, I have been telling in Bhagavad Gita that Bahunam Janmanam Ante, it will take lot of janmas for one to attain me, to attain jnana. I am telling that Aneka Koti Samsiddhaha. If you practice yoga, you practice jnana marga, it will take lot of time. How did you get this jnana like this? How did you, because of my darshan? Bhagavan says, no. It is the greatness of this hill. It is the greatness of this Adri. This Tirumala. He says, Kridachalasya mama agahartuhu. This is my Kridachala. Because I play around here constantly. Like Vrindavanam is the Kridachala of Krishna. Tirumala is the Kridachala of our Srinivasa Perumal. So he says, because it's my playground here, it has such a great sanidhya and mahatmya that the mere presence, your mere association with this hill has given you this jnana. That's the beauty of it. And he says, so from today onwards, this hill where you attain this moksha and jnana will be called after you as Vrishabhadri. See, that is the beauty of Bhagavan. He likes to be known through the name of his devotees. He says, Gajendra Varada Sharanam Sharanam. Bhagavan pere illaga. The one who, the protected Gajendra. Like most of the time it's only like that. Pandava Duta. Most of Bhagavan's names, in Tirupati she says, you like to take your devotee's name. That is what here also Bhagavan, he does not give his name to this hill. He says it will be called as Vrishabhadri from today after you. And that is how we have Vrishabhachalam. And our Guru Maharaj sings how Bhagavan, killed this Vrishabhasura in a very beautiful kirtana. Jaya Jaya Srinivasa, Jaya Jaya Venkatesha, Jaya Jaya Srinivasa. That's how he has enjoyed it. And that is the story of how one of the hill was called Vrishabhachala. And similarly we have one hill called Narayanadri. It is named after another great rishi, great muni who was called Narayana. Vaikhanaso vipravarakkanachit Narayano nama satamarishtaha Vijati mukyotra tapashchakara Narayanasya hi darshanartham This Narayana Muni practiced penance in this Narayanadri, in the 7 hills in Tirumala, seeking the darshan of Narayana. That's why, Tondadi Kodikari was also called Narayana. So to differentiate between that Narayana and this Narayana, we say Vipra Narayana. Similarly, this is Narayana Muni. This Narayana Muni practiced penance to have darshan of Bhagavan. He came in the gotra of Vaikhanasa Gotram. See, Vaikhanasam, if you look at it, there are 2 agamas in which the tradition or the procedure of worshipping Bhagavan is given in form of 2 agamas. One is called the Pancharatram, the other is the Ikanasam. Is it not? And this Vaikhanasam, the Pancharatram is called Pancharatram because both of them, Vaikhanasa Shastra and the Pancharatra Agama, both of them were revealed by Bhagavan himself. Pancharatrasya Kritsnasya Bhakta Narayana Swayam. It is Bhagavan himself who revealed the Pancharatra Paddhati also, the Agama also. And it is called Pancharatra because it was revealed by Bhagavan in 5 days. He did the Upadesa for 5 days, so it's called Pancharatra. Similarly, there was a great Rishi called Vikhanasa Rishi. That Vikhanasa Rishi was an Amshavatara of Bhagavan himself. He was a Jnanakala Avatara like our Vyasa Maharishi. We talk about Vyasa Maharishi, we say Vyasaya, Vishnu Rupaya, Vyasa Rupaya, Vishnavaya, is not. So Vaikhanasa, this Vikhanasa Rishi was also Vishnu Kalavatara like a Vyasa Bhagavan. And Bhagavan taught him this Vaikhanasa procedure, this Agama of worshipping him. So it is called Vaikhanasa Agama, that Paddhati. It's called like that. And all of them, Marichi, Atri, all of them are Vaikhanasa Rishis only. And all of them did Aradhana of Bhagavan in Tirumala. Even today, till date, the puja in Tirumala Tirupati is only Vaikhanasa. That is the Paddhati that they follow. That is the Shastra that they follow there. So this Narayana Muni belonged to that Vaikhanasa Gotra. He came in that lineage. And he did tapas there. And finally when Bhagavan, Bhagavan was very pleased with the tapas of Narayana Muni. And he gave him darshana. Narayana Shanka Sudarshanabhyam Alankritaha Kaustubhakandarascha Varapradaha Katyavalabhihasto Dadau Paratma Nidarshanam Cha. Bhagavan gave him darshana in all his glory as Srinivasa Perumal. And Narayana Muni was so touched, so pleased with this darshana. He was so thrilled with this darshana. He does a very beautiful stuti. He says, he is asking, see, Bhagavan is here. Like when Bhagavan gave darshan to Dhruva, the child wanted to hug Bhagavan, he wanted to kiss Bhagavan, he wanted to sing the glories of Bhagavan, but he didn't know how to do it. Finally, Bhagavan himself, touched the kapola of that child, the cheek of the child with his Jnanamaya Shanka. And immediately the child started giving stuti, is it not? Here, similarly, Narayana Muni is looking at Bhagavan. Bhagavan is here. He wants to offer worship to Bhagavan. When he is there, you have to offer something, no? And when you do worship, the tradition is to do Shodashopachara. It starts with Dhyana. You start with Dhyana and then you do Avahana of Bhagavan. And then you offer Asanam to Bhagavan, you make him sit. And then you offer Padyam, to wash the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And then you offer Argyam to wash his hands. Then Achamanam, a bit of water to drink. And then you bathe Bhagavan, you do Snana. And then finally you dress him up Vastra. You offer Upavita. And then you offer Gandha. You offer Archana to Bhagavan. Then Dupam, Deepam. We offer Nevedyam. Finally we offer Tambulam and then Neerajanam. This is the Shodashopachara. Now Narayana Muni wants to do all of this Bhagavan. But he says, how will I do any kind of upasana, any kind of worship? How can I do? Why? Surasurana api durlabham tvam pashyami devam purato mamaiva. I am seeing you right in front of me now. But I am wondering, how will I worship you? Why? Sankalpa hetum manasopi atitam dhyayami aham tvam kadamadi devam. I have to start with doing dhyana. How can I do dhyana of you? Why? Because you are beyond mind. See, if you have to meditate or do any dhyana, you have to use your mind for it. But the Shastras say that aprapya manasasaha. Is it not? Bhagavan is Bhakchama Gocharam, he is manasapi atitam. He transcends all that. When that is the case, Krishna, how can I do dhyana of you with my mind? When mind can never reach you, can never, he says, yam manasana manute. My mind is able to think only because you are there as a light behind it. Without you, my mind will not work. How can he use that mind to see you? See, it's a very beautiful example that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa would give. See, there is a person who is standing on top of a big, a very tall building, and suddenly there is a light out. Current is gone, and there is a big ground in front of them, big building, and everyone is totally stranded because there is no light. And there is this person on top of the building. He has a torch in his hand, and he suddenly, when all the other lights are out, he switches on that light, and everyone can see each other. They can see the light. They can see others. What they can't see is the one who is throwing the light. Is it not? They can't see the source of the light. The only way to see the person who is showing the light is if the person himself turns the light towards him. That's the only way. So this mind is like that. This mind is being powered only by you, Krishna. How can I use that? To see the source of that mind. How can I do that? That's our Guru Maharaj, a very, very beautiful kirtana for Perumal. He sings, Totu vida ninaithu en manadu unai venkatava venkatava Totu vida ninaithu en manadu unai venkatava That's a beautiful. We should not be translating this at all. அது அப்படி ஸ்ட்ரகிள் பண்றதா கிட்டி முட்டி இது எப்படியாவது பகவான் பிடிச்சிடணும் அப்படின்னு மைண்ட் இஸ் ஸ்ட்ரகிளிங் அண்ட் இட் ஒன்ஸ் இன் a while when you so bless me sometimes I do have to think of you like that விட்டு விட்டு நினைக்குது உந்தனை எழுது பட்டும் படாமலே இருக்கு still sometimes I feel I'm actually seeing you through my mind but then I know that I have not reached there yet பட்டும் படாமலே இருக்கு is not there yet. So he says, the problem is, it's not enough, to know you. So Krishna, you please do it. Guru Maharaj sings to Venkatava. So Narayana Muni also says, how can I offer asanam to you, who is the adharam for this entire world? How can I show Neerajanam to you when you are the Narayana Param Jyoti? The Jyoti, the source of all the Jyoti, all the light is only you. How can I use that light to show you, see you? It's not possible. How can I offer you Padhyam when can I use to purify you? See, Padyam is for purification, no? What can I offer you like that? How can I tie a vastram for you when you are Sarvavyapaka? How can I do? Say, finally, I can't do anything. At least can I do Namaskara? Why? Because you are everywhere. Which direction should I do Namaskara? How can I do? So, how can I offer Naivedyam to you? Who is Bhagavan? Ulagam Unda Peruvaya. What we do, we buy one packet of raisin. We won't do Naivedyam of the packet of raisin. We will take few from that and offer. That's that is so much I can do. But who you are? You are Ulagam Unda Peruvaya. Bhagavan says, that's how he is. So how can I offer you Naivedyam? So please tell me how I can worship you. And Bhagavan very beautifully says, it is true that I am Manasapi Atitam. That you cannot attain me through your mind. You can't think of me with your mind. You can't talk about me, talk of my glory with your tongue. You can't attain me that easily, it's true. But Bhutva tataham manasopyatito vishami bhaktasya manasvayam hi. But if you have love, you don't have to think of me. I will enter your mind on your own account. Your mind cannot attain me, but I can attain your mind. No? I can come and sit there. No, he says, Bhagavan says that Bhagavan Visujati, he never leaves even for one shana his devotee's heart, it seems. As a matter of fact, Pranaya Rashanaya Baddham. He has this cord of love that is mutual. He also has love for the devotees. The devotee has love for Bhagavan. He uses that cord of love to tie his own feet to the heart of his devotees, so that he never leaves. That is how he is. So Bhagavan says, you can't think of me, but I can come and sit in your mind. I can do that. So you don't worry about it. Vyaptopi sarvatra. Though I am sarvavyapi, kripavachena, out of compassion, sanidhyamevam hi karomi murtyam. Though I am there everywhere. People ask generally, Bhagavan is there everywhere, should I go to temple? Bhagavan says, I am there everywhere, but you don't recognize me. No? It is true, it is true that I am there everywhere, but not all can see me there. So I, out of my own compassion, I bring all my sanidhya here so that even the lowest of the low can actually feel my presence. They can realize me here. I do that out of compassion. Adhara bhuto apivasami pite. Though I am the adharam for this jagat, Vishwadharam. Sasnama has two variations. Vishwakaram or Vishwadharam. The Sampradaya says Vishwadharam. He is the adhara for this entire universe. He says, I am the adhara for this universe. But if you offer me even a blade of grass, even if you throw a brick as an asana, I will come and stand there. Bhagavan did that, is it not? As Panduranga. Pundalika had nothing in his house. When Bhagavan came there, immediately he just picked up one brick and he just threw it. He said, please use this as asana. With Sengala Kota, how can anyone sit in that? So Bhagavan thought, okay, we can only stand. But see, that is the compassion of Bhagavan. He wanted to accept that. He wanted to accept that asana, so he stood on that. He tried to balance himself. So Bhagavan says, you offer me, I will accept it. You offer me with love, I will accept it. Patram cha pushpam cha palam cha toyam ashnami dattam priya bhakti purvam swayam prakashopi grita pradipam pashyami bhaktena samarpitam che. You offer me patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya praichati. Bhagavan says, no? Offer me anything. Draupadi offered me just one small blade of grass. That's all. And I became completely tripta with that. Is it not? Vidura offered me some porridge. That's all, some kanji. I was happy with that. Kuchela offered me just one, handful of flattened rice. That's all. That is enough. Shabari offered me juta pal. Because what you give does not matter. The love with which you give only matters. Satse mochi prem sagai. Satse mochi prem sagai. Satse mochi prem sagai. Satse mochi prem sagai. Duryodhana ko meva tyagyo. Duryodhana ko meva tyagyo. Sahu very beautiful Hindi bhajan. We don't know which Mahatma wrote it, but very simple words. The greatest relationship is that of love. That's all. And that is what matters. Nothing else matters. Bhagavan says, so I will accept anything if you give me with love. And of that, Bhagavan loves Pushpa Kainkarya so much. And that is why all the Alvars have done that Pushpa Kainkarya to Bhagavan, right from our Periyalvar, Kondadi Kuriyalvar, and Ananthazhwar. He has done the Pushpa Kainkarya. We'll see how much Bhagavan loves that Pushpa Kainkarya. Certainly, because we cannot skip, thinking of the Pushpa Kainkarya for Srinivasa Perumal. But here Bhagavan, he reveals that everything is, I accept everything if you give it with love, that is enough. And Bhagavan himself taught the Vaikhanasa Paddhati again to Narayana Muni. And that is why, because Narayana Muni had darshan of Sakshakara of Bhagavan in this Achalam, this hill is called Narayanadri. So with that, we have seen a few stories of, it is a few of the hills. We'll continue with this tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll also have the avatara of Srinivasa Perumal, Chavapatra Murti. Kayena vacha manasendriyeva buddhyatmana va prate swabhavat karomi yat sakalam parasmai Srinarayanayeti samarpayami. Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda.